Hello, everybody. My name is Duke. Welcome back. It's the early morning on the first day of September here in Fichthal. Welcome to episode 3. Last night I was actually getting ready for bed, and I got a text from our neighbor Patrick, who lives up there. He says that he had to go out of town this morning, and he would appreciate it if we could do some jobs around the farm for him. He's driving quite a bit away. He's going to Munich for some business, and very busy. So there's a lot of things we have to do today. He asked us to fertilize some of his fields, so I guess we should just drive on over there. He said that he has a tractor with the fertilizer and everything ready for us to use. So let's get driven over there. Just lives up here on the hill. Oh! My bad. Again, we're getting a taste of my horrific driving. I guess we could just drive across my field here. This needs to be planted today. One thing I didn't realize in the last episode, I think my seeder is a direct drill, so we don't need to cultivate it. We just need to put the seeds in the ground. Hopefully with the money that Patrick's going to give us from this job, we can afford a lime spreader. That is my goal for today. So it looks like he has that tractor over there. And this is his farm. He has a sheep field up here on the hill. All the sheep in it. Seem to be having a grand old time. Yeah, and he asked us to fertilize, I think that field down there and the one that's behind his farm here. So let's hop in this tractor. I think he has, yeah, one of my favorite tractors. The Fendt favorite 511C turbo shift. This is usually the tractor I go with in Farming Simulator to start off my campaigns, but I'm having a good time driving it for Patrick, getting the fertilizer on the fields. So the first field we have, I'm not entirely sure how to get to it. I think if we just drive through the back here, we should be able to get to it, no problem. Yeah, here we go. This field needs some fertilizing. So, get the spreader on, and we'll get started. It's a very wide spreader, so I probably don't even need to drive that far close to the side. One of the things I love about precision farming is you can see the bottom left. We can see exactly where we fertilized, so you don't need to waste any time. Yeah, these fields aren't that big at all, so we should be able to get this job done real quick and then get started on the work that we need to get done. Hopefully if we do this job to Patrick's satisfaction, he'll ask us to do some more in the future, you know, while we're waiting for stuff to grow and for other stuff like that. It's always good to get some extra money, and he has offered to pay us, of course. I wouldn't be up this early if it was a free job. Alright. It does say we're finished on this contract, but I'm just gonna finish this job up for him. No skin off our back. Alrighty. Turn off the spreader. And we'll get driven over to Field 52, which is right by the highway. Highway, motorway, whatever it is. Here. Someone on my last video asked if I spoke German, and I don't, sadly. I'd love to learn. But Patrick actually, I think he spent some time in the UK, so he actually speaks very, very good English. That's how I was able to have a nice conversation with him. Alright, we'll get over here. Maniac. Oh, that's going to be a bit of a squeeze. Past that tractor. And this is the field that I believe it's soybeans that he has in here. Soybeans, I don't know why he needs us to fertilize it if it's soybeans, but I didn't question him. He just told me which fields he wanted fertilized, and that was that. Get it nice and finished for him, and then we'll get back to my farm and jump in the Stara, get the barley planted in our field that's in the middle of town. If we can get a few more of these jobs, it's actually great. The fertilizing jobs take no time at all. Hopefully, if we get a lime spreader that can do fertilizer too, we won't need to borrow his equipment. We can use our own. It's a great spreader. Very wide. Come next autumn, maybe he'll ask us to do some harvesting for him. It's a big time of year. I also want to apologize for the audio issues last episode. I don't use this mic every day, so I actually unplug it in between episodes. And my partner uses the same mic. Doesn't have any problems, but it seems to be a problem when I use it, which is frustrating. But I will be double checking to make sure that my mic is on when I want it to be on. Alright, there we go. So we'll get this parked back up at his farm for him. I'll shoot him a text, tell him that we're done, and he said he'll send me the money. And then we'll get started on that. We also have to roll our canola field. We didn't do that last episode. So very busy day today. Hopefully we can get it all in. There's not going to be any carting back and forth, so be able to save a bit of time. I love that Star. It's a great little tractor, but it's not the fastest vehicle. I'll get this parked back where he had it. In this corner. He mentioned something about taking his other tractors in for service, so he only has the one in here at the moment, but I can imagine he has some other ones for the amount of land he has. Alright. Go home and I'll text him when we get there. It's definitely nice to work on some other land. Maybe Patrick has some connections in around the valley. Get us some other work as well. Alright. I'll just send him a text. Tell him that we're done. And of course that's just completing the contracts that we have open here. Get those done. And we get a good amount of money from that. 6,000. It's nothing to sneeze at. But we do definitely need to stop dilly-dallying and get into our field. I'm just going to double check if our seeder is a directional. Yes. Seed directly. No previous cultivating or plowing is necessary. So let's get that hooked up. Change the seeds to barley. I believe that's barley, right? Yep, barley. And we are in the planting season for barley, so let's get this planted in here. We might need to refill the fertilizer at some point. But we're going to get started on this. It's definitely much slower in our tractor than it was in that Fendt. But spreading is usually faster for as a job. Yeah, the mooing of the cows. It's very nice. Alright. And we'll go into a time lapse. Hope you guys enjoy. Almost out of fertilizer. We have 1% left rather than using it all up. Let's take the drill to the shop and we'll get some fertilizer in here. Alrighty, pulling into the store. I believe we have, is that seed? Yeah, we don't have any fertilizer, but we can at least get it filled up. Filled up on gas as well. We'll get a big bag of fertilizer. Get this filled up. There we go. And we bring this back to our field. Wait, I've been holding up traffic. Whoop, driving off the side of the building. Don't let the Maschinenheinz see me doing that. Just hope we didn't break anything. See, it's a very wide planter. I believe there's a way to tow this, you know, the other way around, but it costs money. So in our current state, I don't think that's the best move. We'll see you back at the farm. Getting the barley into that field. If you notice a bit of a sound quality change, I'm recording this about 2 or 3 weeks after the prior to that time lapse there. Life got a bit busy, and thus there's a couple things I want to talk about before we get to the next section, which will be rolling of both of the fields. We gotta get that done. So we'll detach. One thing I want to check is with this field that we've just seeded, if it needs rolling, because I've turned stone picking off. Yeah, it needs rolling. So let's get in the star. We'll get the rolling started. So as I'm recording this, it is November 2nd, 2024. So we have 10 days left until Farming Simulator 2025. You know, at the rate which I've been making these, I'm not sure that I'll be able to make another one or even like 2 more before 25 comes out. I at least wanted to get this episode out. It was fun. I think I might make another one of these in the meantime, but it's going to be a bit anticlimactic, I'm afraid. This is, of course, my first foray into making videos like this, so it's been a learning experience. I definitely know how to make them a bit faster than I did the first couple. The only problem is finding time to record, and after my full-time job, I don't necessarily want to sit and talk, play Farming Simulator every single day. I'm playing some other stuff in the meantime. But I certainly want to get this made, especially when the new one comes out. I'm super excited for it. So if you're interested in a couple more episodes of Fichthal, I'm more than happy to make them. Just let me know down in the comments. I just don't know if we'll get anything major done. Of course, there's always the option of, keeping FS22 installed and installing FS25 and having these series run concurrently, but, with the scale of this series so far, I'm also up for just, calling it and moving on to the next thing, So, that's something, if you have any ideas on how we should approach that, if this should be the last episode of Fichthal, just let me know. The next few days I might record and edit episode 4 and get that uploaded. But definitely it's going to be a bit anticlimactic. There won't be any huge changes or developments on this farm. Gotta remember with this roller, it takes a while for it to lower. So let's back up. Get back to the start of the field. Alright, and we'll go into another time lapse. Field here, and we're gonna drive over to field number 59, other side of our property. Well, I need to fold it up to get it past. Don't want to scratch the paint in my truck there. And I think it might be a little bit too late. I left it too long before buying this roller. So let's have a look over here. You see the pH value. It's going to be very, very bad. Probably both of our fields. Let me have a double check. Field number 53. So it might be worth investing. That's good. I mean, we could probably get a bit... Oh, it's only okay over here. So why don't we invest in a spreader and some lime? And get that over here. I'm not sure what sort of spreaders we're going to be able to afford, but I think I have a mod with a bit of a smaller one on there. riser spreaders. Yeah, we have this one and we have this one. I'm probably more inclined to go for this bigger one simply because I don't have to drive all the way over to the store every time to fill this guy up. I have to see how much I can store. 650. 650 isn't terrible, but for lime, that's... Oh, it doesn't even fit lime in it. So it looks like we are going to have to go for this one. Shall we color it? Let's see if it's going to cost us money to color it. Nope. I just like that a lot more. Let's go for the yellow. Oh, that's going to cost us some money. Yeah, might as well go for the green. Yep, let's go ahead and buy that. And we'll buy some lime. It's going to be 2,000 liters so we can fill it up completely with that. Let's get this roller put away and then we'll make our way over to the store. I want to thank everybody for watching again. Definitely want to keep making videos. I just, as I said, I'm unsure if I'm gonna keep playing on Fichthal or if I'm just gonna go ahead and wait for 25 to come out. You might be able to hear it's started pouring with rain over here. Finally have some rain where I'm at. We've had a very dry late summer. It's just starting to turn to autumn now. So it's good. We're finally getting some rain. Plants. The grass has been pretty brown for the past couple weeks. Let's make our way over to the store. Alrighty, coming up on the store. Pick up our lime spreader. It does feel as though things are coming to an end in FS22. I've certainly put my time into this game. I'm really looking forward to the new one. One thing I'm debating over is what map we're going to play on, whether I'm going to play on the Asia map or the American map, especially for the series I'm making here. I hear there could be a third map, but that's going to be a map from either FS19 or FS22, I'm not sure. So this can actually store, looks like more lime, so I might as well go and buy some more. And I've been messaging with my neighbor, seeing if there's any more work for us to do, because I'd quite like to buy a weeder to get the weeds out of that field, but cheapest one we're going to be able to get is 3,000. We could probably afford that, but I don't want to get rid of all of our money. And we might as well go for the bigger one, 6 meters. It's only 3 meters. So maybe if he can ask some of the other farmers around here, see if we can get some more work. He said he'd get back to me. Of course, he's out of town. He said he'd shoot a text to some of the other farmers in the valley. See what they can do for me. Alright, let's get back to the farm, get this lime spread. Alrighty, coming over the hill, we might as well just start. One thing I remember about using this spreader is that it has a lot of buttons you need to press. So let's see, let's get this spread on the field here. There we go. You gotta press X, B, and V to get it all started up. Nice wide spreading width. Glad we went for this one. I know technically you're supposed to do this before plowing, before cultivating, etc., but you know, I forgot to do it last episode, to be perfectly candid, but we're getting it done. I apologize about how long it's taken to make this episode. As I said, I do have a full-time job. I work in a furniture store, so I've been lugging furniture and huge rugs around, and after work I'm pretty beat, so I don't always feel up to recording in those moments. Gee, slow down a bit, won't you? But I definitely want to get more of these out. Try and figure out something with my schedule so that I can get more of these videos out to you. I have a couple days off this week, so I should be able to record maybe one more, as I said, one more episode of Fichthal, one or two more episodes before FS25 comes out. But at that point, I don't know if I'm going to be too eager to play FS22 when we got the new shiny game out, with all the new machinery, new crops. Quite intrigued about farming rice, especially the rice that you can harvest with a regular harvester. Perhaps even doing, the flooded fields with rice and stuff like that. It'd be quite interesting. I live in the southern U.S. On the drive in the south through Louisiana, you see those flooded fields, but they do crawfish farming. I know that they're not adding that, but that'd be something quite interesting to explore. Around me, you get a lot of cotton fields, which is something I've never actually, I usually play the same sort of gameplay that I do in this, where I'm starting from the bottom, not making a lot of money as I go. We've just run out of line. It's probably the small spreader, so let's get back over. Probably going to need another load to do the rest of our first field and the second field. I hope it doesn't take more than that. So we'll see. We'll see at the store. Alrighty, let's get it filled up. Back to the farm. So one thing about line spreading is that you never have enough line. I suppose we could use the forklift over here to get this loaded in, but save us some time and fill it up automatically. Perhaps in FS25 I'll go the full realistic route. You have to use forklifts and stuff like that to get stuff loaded. Get a tractor with a front loader on it. Let me know if that's something you'd like to see. Let's get back to the farm. Alright, back at it. Get this final little triangle done on this field. One thing that I'm not sure, I haven't been keeping up as much as I should with the announcements for FS25, but I really hope that precision farming is taken over. It adds that extra element to the game that makes it less arcadey, makes it less like you're just playing a Farmville sort of game. Makes you feel like I'm actually farming. I know it's way off of what actual farmers are doing every single day, but I really hope that it's not going to be another expansion that we have to wait months to get. I will be buying the deluxe edition with the 4 expansions, so I will be getting the expansions to the game as they come out, which I'm looking forward to. I don't have any of the expansions in FS22, mainly because I played this game through Game Pass, so I didn't want to have to pay for a game that I'm already paying for. Basically paying a monthly subscription for this and a couple other games I play on Game Pass, like Starfield and stuff like that. I'm actually more inclined to buy games on Steam and stuff like that. I know ownership is a thing that people keep talking about, but I at least feel like if I pay for them on Steam, I own them more than I do games on Game Pass, for instance, because at some point I can't afford to pay for Game Pass and stuff like that. I won't be able to play this anymore, or be able to play something else, so definitely going to be buying FS25 on Steam. Let's just choose through our lime, but it has to be done. Just lucky we have some small fields. Getting the spread. This is a short enough job to where you don't feel the need to time-lapse it. To have all this done. Still, as I said, I'm new to all this, struggling to come up with stuff to say every now and then. You know, I can only say we're spreading lime so many times. That was a bit of a disaster of a drive there. Again, I'm still driving on a keyboard and mouse. Not the best way to control this game. Right. You're gonna have to be happy with that because it's showing up on the map that we've covered most of it. So there we go. Let's press all the buttons we need to press to close it up. Close the door in the back there. And one thing is we're probably going to start running out of room in our big shed over here at some point. At least room for someone with my parking skills. As we've seen, they're pretty abysmal. I'm gonna have to be happy with that for now. And that's all I can do for now, I guess. You know, it's getting, I haven't had breakfast this morning, so let's retreat into my house and maybe our neighbor will get back to us with some news. Alright, well, I just had a very nice lunch. Early lunch or late breakfast. And I actually got a message from our neighbor Patrick, and he says that someone that lives up on the hill, Maria, is actually looking for someone that can harvest some a potato crop for we have up here, field 112. She has some machinery we can use to get some potatoes harvested, and she's, as far as I hear it, she's actually going to pay us quite handsomely for it. So we might as well get on it. I believe she wants them delivered. There's this guy named Potato Harry that wants to buy it from us. I'm not entirely sure where that is on the map, but let's see. Firewood delivery. Doesn't it typically flash on the map for us? Potato Harry, where are you? Wasn't that over here? Potato Harry. Nope. Well, I'm sure we'll find it eventually. It's gotta be here somewhere. Anyway, let's make our way up to Maria's farm. I'm not sure we'll be able to get it done in this episode, but we'll at least be able to see what we're up against. Get the trusty pickup truck. Get driven up the hill. Certainly love it living up here. It's a beautiful, beautiful area. It's nice when we get to take the truck out really, really fast. Gets us exactly where we need to go real quickly. Little bridge. Almost went flying off into the river there. believe there's some farms up here that are also for sale if we ever want to expand, but as I said, I'm not entirely sure we'll be able to get to that expansion part of the series. I've had fun making it. I definitely think that maybe 1 or 2 episodes is in order. Who knows, maybe we'll hear of a opportunity in Asia or in America that forces us to pack our bags, sell the land we own here in Germany, and move over there. Let me know if you want the next series to be a continuation, story-wise, of this one, or if I should just start over. So we have this field on our right here. Actually never harvested potatoes before, so looking forward to doing this. It's a nice big field. To Maria's farm. Nice bigger fields up here. She lives at the end of this country lane. Wow, what a house it is. My. Just drive into the yard and find a place to park. Looks like she's got her tractors up on the hill. Don't want to get in the way, so let's just park here in the corner. Wow, that harvester's bigger than my car. Definitely going to be the biggest piece of machinery we've worked with so far. Get parked up here. And wow. We have the Ropa Keeler 2. Haven't used this piece of machinery before. We got a little trailer over there for us to bring it around in, and the workhorses. John Deere 6110M and the John Deere 6230R. Maybe also one of my first experiences in John Deere. They're just so expensive, so Maria's certainly doing well. Maybe potatoes are the way to go once we can afford all the machinery for it. But yeah, I definitely think that's going to be what we do at the start of episode 4 of Fichthal. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I hope you tune in for the next one, and eventually when FS25 comes out, whatever series I decide to do on that. Let me know if you have any ideas for that series, whether you want that to be a story continuation of this one, or if I should just start fresh with the new game coming out. Thank you so much for watching. Duke out.